Aggressive douche. Hey, Bill, I've been with my wife for 6 years, and we've been married for 1. Congratulations. He said, when we first started dating, a guy she knew turned up drunk on her doorstep professing his love for her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Wow, he said I wasn't mad. She's great, and I couldn't blame him. Well, look at you having the empathy. I would just be looking like, Jesus Christ, it's bad enough when they bring up an ex at dinner. Forget about if the guy shows up at your house. Was he out there like John Cusack with a boombox over his head wearing a fucking trench coat? Don't you forget about me. What was that song? I never saw that Say Anything. I think I saw part of it. I've always been bored with the love story. There's something wrong with me. Anyways, this means we've been... Wait. I screwed up here. Oh, she's great and I couldn't blame him. He goes on to say he was dating her friend at the time, though. And they are now engaged. Oh, so he went from your now wife to banging your now wife's friend and then realized that he had a better thing. Ah, Jesus, look at that. Fucking steamboat. Oh, the sunburned tourist on there. Full of po' boys and fucking local... The IPA, whatever the fuck that is. All right, we get it. You're on a Tom Sawyer boat. Who gives a fuck? Hey, that's kind of nice. I shouldn't get mad at that. That gives it a... Maybe you guys thought I was lying. That was actually in my house. And I misplaced the cord. All right? There's no fucking steamboats. You know how many times I've been here and I just found out that that's the Mississippi River? I knew that the Mississippi River emptied out into the Gulf here, but for some reason I thought it was on the western side of the state. I don't know. Anyways, let's plow ahead. So anyways, he was dating her friend at the time, though, and now they are engaged. This means we've been for drinks with this couple a few times, and they came to our wedding. Oh my God. You didn't put the kibosh on that? Oh, that's hard though, right? Because that's the ex, but he's with her friend. Oh, God, what is he? You got to elope. That's the way to do it. Anyways, he goes, I'm pretty laid back, so I've been polite. It was 6 years ago. Now, over the last year, he started liking her photos on Facebook, pestering her when she's out with the girls. Oh, no, dude, and trying to message her on Facebook. He must know she would tell me all this, so Wait, he must know she would tell me all this, so does he mistake my politeness for weakness? Yeah, absolutely he does. He has a good woman already, and I don't want them to break up. Do I punch him in the face or smile as he ogles my wife? Thanks and go fuck yourself from some dude. No, dude, you need to address this situation. Yeah, you gotta have a talk with the guy. But they're friends. This is what you do. All right, this is one of these confrontations you got to have in a public place. Tell me you want to go out and have a beer or grab a sandwich or something like that. And go out and just sit down. Ask him how he's doing and all that type of shit. And just say, listen, me and my wife are good friends with you guys, and I'd like it to stay that way. Would you like it to stay that way? And at which point he's going, yeah, absolutely. He's already going to know what the fuck you're getting at. And just say, listen, I need you to stop, contacting my wife on Facebook. All right? You want to hang out as a couple? Go out and get some wine, eat some cheese, tell some fucking stories. That's fine. But, other than that, you need to back off. Okay? And I'm asking you this one time politely. I'm not saying anything to anybody else. I'm just telling it to you man to man. Okay? And, what the fuck's he going to do? He can't go home and tell his wife that. That he's been, stalking your wife. He can't do that. And make it even more uncomfortable. And tell him that my wife knows that I'm here saying this to you, too, by the way. So then it's just a closed thing. All right? You got to nip that in the butt, because that is the beginning of a creepy movie, if you know what I mean. You know, I actually got nervous halfway through that, giving you that advice. That's why I was saying get into a public place. You got to nip that fucking thing in the butt. And I would actually have a conversation with your wife too, and say, listen, if this persists, we're not hanging out with them as a couple anymore. Okay? Because, and if she gives you, you know, well, she's my friend and blah, 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 and just say, honey, I love you. I need a little empathy here. What if one of my exes came to the door 5 years ago professing that she still had a flame for me and still loved me and all of that crap? All right? And then was stalking me and liking my photos on Facebook. How would that make you feel? You know? I'm not judging you, but I wouldn't put you in that position. Okay? You like that last sentence? That last sentence is called game, set, match.